Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Psalms, chapter 22, verse 5. Yeah, I'm not really liking it. I'm going to hold this side. I just don't like that ring. I'm just going to just hold it up. So if it's going to be shaky, it's going to be shaky. All right. They cried unto thee and were delivered. They trusted in thee and were not confounded. And I'm going to repeat that. They cried unto thee and were delivered. They trusted in thee and were not confounded. God is always quick to hear our cries. He sees us as his own, never forget that. So when you find yourselves in distress, don't just turn to man or material things. Turn your gaze to Jesus and ask God to help you. He will always come to your rescue, no matter what. If we are children of God, because we have accepted him and put Jesus into our hearts, why wouldn't he hear our prayers? I don't know if you have ever seen the testimonies of these people who was Islamic, these men that was ISIS soldiers, Muslims, people who went and killed Christians, living a life like Saul before it became Paul. And then all of a sudden they had this encounter with God, who heard them while they was in prison, or heard them when they was about to do something, and God takes them and they're in hell crying out. God come to the rescue. And now they have changed their ways. Man, if these stories are not still coming alive and don't hold true today, but there is so many of those testimonies, is no different than the story of Saul and Paul. Saul, Paul, whatever, not Saul and Paul, same person. But they was people, enemy of the Christians, killing them, slaughtering them, imprisoning them, torturing them. And then all of a sudden they get a vision from God. Some of them, he just came to them in a vision and showed him who it was. Others, he took them straight to hell. And some didn't never even heard of the name Jesus, but yet ended up calling out the name Jesus and do not know why. If God can do that for these people, how can he not hear and answer your prayers? We also got the birds, it says in the scriptures. If the birds live on this earth and they do not farm, they don't have jobs, but yet God feeds them, why would he not take care of you? Oh, I got one even better for you. The men possessed by so many demons that they called themselves legions because there were so many of them. Why did Jesus answer their prayers? What do I mean by that? When he was getting ready to cast them out, he said, oh, the demons were sitting there saying, please, cast us into those swine of pigs. Why would God answer that prayer? Why would he answer that plea? They're demons. They're demons. And yet he listened to their plea. He listened to their prayer and he answered it. And he did what they asked. He cast them into the swine. So if God, if Jesus himself can sit there and answer the request of demons, he's going to be there for you, and he is going to answer you and listen to you and answer your prayers in your time of need, no matter what you've done. These were demons. God doesn't care who you are. He wants to save people from the pit of hell. He gave his own son to keep people from going to the pit of hell. And although he ain't gonna, can't take back what he's done to those fallen angels, well, why did he just feel sorry for the angels? Well, they made their choice. You got to remember, God gives us a choice. The angels made their choice and they choose Satan's side. He's not going to make them unchoose. So they was cast out. It's all a choice. We all have a choice. God doesn't send you to hell. You send yourself to hell. It's your choice that you make. You choose to go there. Jesus and God does nothing but try to keep you from going there. There's pastors, there's ministers, there's the Bible. He sends prophets. He shows signs and miracles throughout your life. Randomness, the impossible, the unexplainable. To all get you and lead you to His Word. You know that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink? God is pulling you by the horse reins and is leading you to this water. You just got to drink the ever-living water. So you would never thirst again. There's a lot of people who just sitting there looking at that water, not drinking it, because they're so caught up in their own self that they don't even realize that it's not a mirage, that it is water right there. They can't see past themselves to realize the reality that's right in front of them. Drink that water, my friend. Save your life. God is trying to get your attention. I'm sure if you could think about it throughout your whole life, a certain incident of this and that has come across you, that has happened to you that you cannot explain and don't know why that has happened, or a miracle that's happened that you can't even. A miracle doesn't have to be somebody growing a new arm. There's many different types of miracles. How about you being stranded at the middle of the night on the highway or in this place where there's possibility where nobody can come, and all of a sudden this person comes out of nowhere and helps you? That is a miracle. That is God. That is God at work, leading you to the water. He wants you to make the right choices. He's not going to make you do it, because you have that free will. You have that choice. He's not kidnapping you. He's not going to hold you hostage. It's got to be your choice to come, and it's got to be your choice to stay. Everything in your life, what's going on with you, is all because of the choices that you have made. And we're going to make mistakes. We're going to make the wrong choice at some point. We're only human. But hopefully some of the choices that we made is guiding us and is correcting us to make better choices, to go down the right path. It's okay to make mistakes. God uses that. He can use that to fix you. So you don't have to beat yourself up because you haven't done everything completely perfect. He didn't need you to be completely perfect. Maybe He needed you to go to those ways to knock off a little couple of chips off your shoulder, to humble you a little bit, to get you to where you needed to be. God's plan is perfect. His timing is perfect. So don't beat up yourself because you could have been in this lifestyle this whole time, but you had backslid or did this and now it's come back around. No. God's plan is perfect and His timing is perfect. You just got to trust in Him, and you just got to drink His water, and you just got to stay